Okay, relatively simple plan for today. Basically, I want to go to bed soon, but this afternoon I've done the planning for the whole gym, and I would really like to do it today because I remember all of the details, well, most of them. The first thing I have to do is that I actually remembered I have 2 months I can evolve, right? So this guy, and especially we get Gliscor, it would be the first time I use Gliscor, I think. Because you can buy items from the shop now, after the 3rd gym, and some of them are evolution items. So in short, thanks to specifically Gliscor, the gym trainers become a lot easier. I think all of them should be riskless, or essentially riskless. It's not the same for Norman though. Norman is really bad. It can either be at least 2 deaths or just be a wipe, because I'm unlucky. I rely a lot on RNG. But while it's Norman's gym, everyone knows how the gym works. Well, not everyone, but everyone that actually plays this game. It's probably one of the most unbalanced of all gyms relative to when you play it, what mons you have available. Well, let's start by evolving 2 of my mons. Kingdra means that Sidra is no longer completely useless. Now it has decent stats. I've never been a fan of Kingdra because it has a completely flat stat line, so there's nothing it's good at. The good thing it does have is the typing. It's got resistant to water and to fire. So that's definitely good for Nuzlocke. And this guy is very good. I mean, it's not the best, but especially with the nature mine has, it's minus speed. But it will be very good in this gym. It goes from being completely useless to actually doing stuff. Okay, so I will have to go over the plan, even though I wanted to finish early. First I will be doing the accuracy room, then I think it was the defense room, then the recall room, then Norman. So for the accuracy room, I think it's the plan I actually don't know, so I will have to go over it. I mean, I do know, but I forgot. Okay, so Ape starts by one-shotting. Let me fill in the team. I always save the list of mons in a different window, and then I come back. That's my there. It's like my notes. Okay, so you one-shot this guy with Ape. There's nothing it can do. It has no priority moves, nothing. It's a clean one-shot from Goldork, so it comes in for only Earthquake. You can use the opportunity to go Cloister, who always kills and never gets killed. Then it's Lycanroc, like always. For probably the Stone Edge. You go Aggron, because Aggron wins the 1v1 100% of the time, with no problems too. And then it's Machamp. Machamp will always see Dynamic Punch, and only Dynamic Punch. Like, look at these ranges. Aggron is, well, it's a good one. You go to the Quad Resist to bait something else. In this case it's Stone Edge. It's not going to bulk up because I show a 2-hit KO, even without the white status. Let me make sure. So I go to this guy, and as you can see with the muscle man, it took chaos, sort of. I mean, after recovery, I think it has to mineral twice, or I'm not sure about the details here. I don't know why it is this probability. I think it would need to mineral 2 times. However, I think that's more likely than a 99.6. But well, I'm not going to think more about it. In any case, just in case it doesn't safely kill, I can go to this guy on any of these moves and kill. Can also be starter, but starter dies to crit, so instead let's just go Magneton. So yeah, that will be the mons for this fight. Of course, I can be forgetting stuff, as always. I just go over the plan really quickly and hope for the best. And well, I will be saying right now that the Norman fight is really bad. I think I already said this, but it's one of the worst plans I've ever done in terms of how likely it is to go well. And if it goes well, my box will be even worse. So definitely not something I want to say. Well, there's nothing I can do. Okay, items. I think this is better with a Berry, you never know. This guy should be fine. Now for the actually important stuff. A Vinagron doesn't need any item. Same for Cloyster. This is one of those fights where you actually don't need an item on anyone. Ape already kills without items. So yeah, it's only Muscle Band to this guy, which I already gave. Let's give Agron, I guess. Like, I don't know, an Aura Berry. It's free. And same to this guy. And I guess just for good practice. Berry. In case I get hit by a Dynamic Punch or something. One I'm of course not expecting. But that's how you lose a run. By not expecting something and it happening. Okay, it's the accuracy room. Let me change this for you real quick. It's on the right. Or it says it on the sign. Okay. Ape should be seeing a double. Let's just go into it. Let's get this over with. I want to go to sleep. This will be hopefully like a 40-minute stream max. Okay. According to my friend, the damage calculator, this is a one-shot. As always, overhit being one of the best moves ever. It's funny because this could have been an Aegis Slash, but this is one of those cases where the game actually behaves. Should see color here. One of the things that scare me the most is like messing up the baits. It's always possible, it's very rare, but it happens. Okay, this Cloyster is minus speed nature. And because of that, if I didn't have a 25 IB Gliscor would be faster, which is crazy. Because it's like a lot slower on base speed. But it is plus speed nature. Okay, get to crit. That's absolutely not needed. Okay, 4 hits. Now we should be seeing Lycanroc. If it's not Lycanroc, I will have to improvise. But it is. Should always be Stone Edge. Every single roll is his skill. So we will aggro. What resists? Well, I think it just resists Stone Edge. Because Rock doesn't resist Rock. But well, you can see how much it deals. Now Iron Head doesn't kill most of the time. Okay, defense. Does this mean anything? Okay, no it doesn't, because I killed with one hit. Could mean, I think, a crit kill or something. I didn't think about that. Okay, Dynamic Punch, it's guaranteed. It's also fast kill in this case. So we go to the quad resist to bait something else, because Dynamic Punch is really annoying. Always confuses. I think this is Persian Berry like for nothing. Just for the flex. But yeah, I can't afford to stay in. It's gonna start critting the Stone Edges. That's definitely a bit scary, but what can you do? Okay, no crit's really good. Let's aerial it once. Okay, really good roll. I think that's always a kill. Mega Kick. Less likely to crit. This should be a kill through leftovers. Yep, really good. Nice first impression from Gliscor. It's probably also going to be the time it's prime, to say it one way. It does have a really good typing, so it will be coming back at least for pivots. I use it more times in this gym, of course. Okay, let's quickly remove everything. And let me show you the next one. Okay, the next one is the defense room, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the recovery room was really annoying. And thanks to Gliscor again, I have a lot of options for this one. Okay, yeah. There's another really underrated mon. Let me remove these two guys really quick. Its problem is really good in this gym. Could be better, but come on. It's good enough. So by far this fight is more difficult than the previous one. The previous one was basically solved by Gliscor because the threat is the Machamp. Here you just Lead Prolong, hit this twice with Seed Bomb, which always kills through Stamina and Citrus Berry. It's going to set up Stat Rock, that's important. Then it's Corviknight, it's the only one that sees a kill. It's Dual Wing Beat, thanks to the quad weakness. I would like to go Ape directly, but this can kill too many times with Stat Rocks. Like, where can I... Yeah, like this is this is almost always a kill if it crits or something. I think it can kill without, well, no, not without critting, but it's really unlikely to survive. So instead I'm going to pivot through Bolton, who only baits body press, and because it shows fast to hit KO, it's never going to bulk up. If it does bulk up, it's not a problem though, because Ape's just going to one-shot the next turn, but this baits body press, which doesn't threaten Ape. And Ape goes for the overhit. It's a clean kill. This will be Blastoise, because Ferrothorn doesn't quite see the kill. It also sees that I one-shot with Blaze Kick. So Blastoise sees a kill. It's Scald. And Scald has this problem where it can burn like 30% of the time or something. Ideally I want to go Breloom and hit this really clean range. But if I get burned, it gets difficult. Still, I didn't find any ways to easily bait a different move, like body press, without potentially it being potentially iron defense. So I'm just going to like dodge the burn or get burned, but keep the 1v1 going because it's not that bad. And then go Bolton to finish it off. That's the main idea. It will be Ferrothorn, no matter what the outcome is. And for Ferrothorn, it's immediately switch to Rapidash on what should be an attacking move, and hit it with something like Blaze Kick. Yeah, Blaze Kick. I was considering Arcanine for this, but Arcanine takes more from Ferrothorn's moves, and it can actually die to Stealth Rock plus Body Press crit. So it's going to be Rapidash. Also, if Rapidash dies, I'm not really concerned, because it's completely useless right now. I'm just looking for a good place to sack it, and it's not even good at that, so yeah. Then it's only Claydol. Claydol gets ultra super walled by Gliscor. Especially with Black Glasses, knockoff is really good against weakness policy, because this mon plays around getting boosts and killing you with store power. So with knockoff you stop the weakness policy while dealing a ton of damage, then the next turn you kill with X-Scissor even if it boosts. It's really like it doesn't get out of control. So having said all of that, let's just go get the monks. Is this guy? Yeah, and Orbital is just coming for like support. Okay, this guy's coming. This guy's coming too. Okay, back glasses to this guy. I always find it interesting how they give you damage boosting items, because you get some of them really early, but you don't get like Mystic Water for most of the game, which makes like no sense. Okay, nothing for Ape. Then it's going to be Citrus for many of these guys, especially for Rapidash. Rapidash is going to take a ton of damage. It should be safe, nonetheless. Like it leaves Stealth Rocks into max roll crit. Then it would die into Iron Barbs, and that's why I gave it the Citrus Berry. And because this is backup, it doesn't hurt to give it a Citrus. I'm guessing Ape can actually get not a Citrus but an Oran. Could be good. But yeah, I laid Breloom with a Miracle Seed. There's a possibility that Mudstill doesn't actually go for hazards. That's an option. It's very unlikely, but it's an option. However, it's not really bad, like Broom gets lower and it still baits the same. It's worse for the last stage 1v1, but then it's better because if everything else doesn't take rocks damage, so I can switch everything in. Okay. Which way is the defense room? It's left. From the accuracy room. So here, let's quickly do it. There's Matsdale. This mon is really scary if you don't have a good mon to hit it for super effective. Also, it's like you always have a water type, but not a good one. Broom is really good with Seed Bomb here. Also, you can actually boost damage. Okay, if it goes right, no, it cannot go for iron defense. Okay, that's really unlikely to kill. But I did get a really high roll, doesn't really matter. Would like to see hazards here. There it is. Maybe it's guaranteed. I don't remember well the details. But well, my approach is always that AI will set up hazards whenever it can. Because most of the time it's better than to just attack. Unless it is a kill, of course. Okay, a nerve. Does that make any difference? Not here, but I didn't consider it. Okay, now we will be seeing some stealth rock damage into 12 wing bit. Here's electric type actually resisting something. Now it has to be body press. Luckily Ape is neutral to rock, thanks to fighting. Ah yeah, I don't even need to fake out. Okay, this has to be Blasters, right? Yeah, it actually says kill with every single roll. If only it's called. We really want to see no burn. It makes things a lot easier, to be honest. I still show to hit KO, so it's just going to start to iron defend if I get burned. Okay, gets a crit. Not the burn, so I'm completely safe to just click Seed Bomb. It was for the protect because it's stupid. And this is a really killing one shot. Also, it's a mod that's very difficult to kill, so I really would like to see that. Yeah, we should be seeing Ferrothorn. It's always Ferrothorn because Cladles is the same as Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn is first in party order. Okay, doesn't see any kills. Not really, doesn't see kills. It sees I to hit KO, so it's not going to iron defense. It can leech seed. That might be a problem. I think it's completely fine though. Now this is the turn that looks a bit shaky. We'll be taking a lot. Ah, yeah, just body press, okay. There's citrus to make sure I live through the turn when I attack. And let's finish it off. Yeah, and iron bars, it was accounted for. Luckily this one is leftovers instead of Rocky Helmet. Okay, Claylol has the kill with only Thrill Run. And here's the first part of the cheese. I'm immediately immune to it. Now I click knock off for the burst and also to remove the item before it has. Okay, this isn't how I think it works. If it uses stored power, we might be cooked. Luckily it didn't use it. Okay, thank you. That's really stupid. I really don't know why it works that way. Now I know, I guess. Did I give this the muscle man? I hope so. Okay, get the kill. That's actually a bit likely to... Okay, let's see what would have happened with stored power. Well, I was only dead to crit. That's at least something. I wonder if it works that way in newer generations, or if it's something that only happens here. Like, I never saw this interaction because knockoff isn't the most common move you will ever see in Pokemon Champions. Well, it's not. It's the problem is not knockoff. It's weakness policy. I haven't played competitive Pokemon in a format that has actually like interesting items. But well, everyone's alive. Don't worry, because I will change when we get to Norman. For the recall room, it will be a lot easier. I think maybe if I consider everything, of course. We get this guy. One of those fights where I don't lead with Ape. Okay, please, thank you. Ape here, then Agron, then Hariyama, I think, then Kingdra, then this guy. Okay, Arcanine needs the Silk Scarf specifically. You'll see why. I think now I'm going to explain it as it happens. It's funnier if it goes wrong. Most times I actually go over it, not to explain it to anyone, just to explain it to myself and see if anything is wrong. Okay, Hariyama is going to be holding a citrus berry. Kingdra, I am this one. And Staraptor, the muscle man. Staraptor is actually backup. We shouldn't see it coming. It's really bad if it dies. Of course, in general, but if it dies before Norman, it's really bad. So we shouldn't be seeing it in battle. Okay, I'm now arranging my calc real quick. Sagran. Hariyama, please. Now Kingdra. And Staraptor. Okay, now I'm going to do the recall room. This is mainly because I have a really clear answer. I don't think like the other room is impossible because I have Aggron, but Aggron has to deal with too much. On the I don't know, strength room, is it? Let me make sure everything. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Let's just follow the line as I'm in the battle. Anyone could think that's not a good idea, and I agree. However, I just don't care. The next fight is so bad. I won't be sad if this one goes wrong. Because of bad planning or anything. Okay, this should be the wrinkle room. I guess. Doesn't say anything. We should see Flowet. Yeah. Okay, this has a really strong fairy type move. It has recoil. I have a good counter, so I use it. The recoil here does part of the damage. And I take advantage of extreme speed because this Flowet is choice scarfed. So it's faster than anything I can use against it, I'm pretty sure. Silk Scarf here is to guarantee the roll. Okay, nice. We should be seeing Lucario. Actually, the first part of the fight is really straightforward. You just kill with one, bait the next one, switch, kill. Now we go Ape. Ape leaves absolutely every single hit Lucario has. Let me make sure it doesn't have. Okay, we have a problem. It has vacuum wave. I did this plan like without using my brain. Okay, let me see. What can I do against Lucario here? Immediately I regret not bringing Citrus. Punished for it. Staraptor is back up here. It would be really good to switch it in, but it's dead to Steel Beam. Am I completely cooked? Is that what's happening here? I mean, Ape has really good odds of living. It lives any non-crit combination. So I guess I should need to go Ape and just play the odds. If Ape dies, I'm turbo resetting. Actually, I get to fight the Norman fight just to see how it would have gone. Okay, that's like the worst move it can go for. Don't crit. Okay, now I'm only dead to crit. Never fake out because it cannot flinch. It has to vacuum wave, and if it crits, I just lose the run. Okay, no crit. I mean, crits are unlikely, usually. Completely bailed out. Okay, that has to be Staraptor. It's like the first one that, well, and it's every single month is a kill. All of them are slower. Staraptor is the first one. Now it's really wonderful because I just go Aggron and watch. It just doesn't do anything. I think that was a guaranteed quick attack too. Okay, now let me check something in the line. Yeah, I actually have to kill Rock Slide to get to one hit KO with Hearthstone. It doesn't have close combat for coverage, so it's really easy. Okay, now we should be seeing Buffaland. If it's not Buffaland, it's still okay, I think. Okay, it's Ember. Why? Why is it Ember? I don't really get it because the thing here is both the mons in the AI left are faster. And Ember doesn't see a kill. Like never. could be saying that it out damages me, which just isn't true. But it depends on how the out damages part is done. If out damaging means I calc one roll of my move and I calc one roll of your move, like your highest damage, my highest damage, and let's see which one is higher, then yeah, Emperor out damages sometimes. I have damage more times than he does. I guess it's so. But well, it just doesn't matter, I think, because I just go. It's going to Flare Blitz, which is the move. This is a choice card of Ember. So I go Kingdra, who quad resists Flare Blitz. And because it's choiced, it's going to Flare Blitz again. And again and again. So I have a real clear Octosuke here. Shouldn't kill, yeah. Now I have two options. And let me see which one I prefer. I think killing with Kingdra here is the best option, because then I'm very likely to bait head charge from Buffaland, which is the best move to switch to aggro. So yeah, stay in and kill. To be honest, this error here with the out damages part isn't a bad thing here, but in other fights you actually lose because of bad baiting. I would really like to know how it computes the amount. Okay, this can be wild charge for only one roll. It's really unlikely. If it's wild charge, it's not like I lose. Just wanted to say that. Okay, the idea for this guy is it's cast up berry and reversal. So when you kill it, you actually want to kill it. I have Hariyama for that, but it's slower, because Hariyama is really slow, my Hariyama. So the play here is to click Ruptum to slow it a bit. Okay, that's like 60%. This is very likely to be reversal. It doesn't really matter. Actually, Hariyama prefers to see reversal here. Yeah, there it is. Just does nothing. So now I can fake out to guarantee the roll. It's not going to trigger cast up berry because it's not red health, so I break it for the kill. And that's the last trainer in the gym. I really didn't account for the Lucario having a priority move. And I'm glad I didn't, actually, because I don't know how I would have dealt with it. I guess it's not that bad, but what can just switch into it? That's not Ape. That kills it and like survives one hit. So okay, let's get the Norman team. I guess in the end it takes a lot longer than I was thinking to do all of these fights. But well, can do that. Okay, so yeah, Ape isn't actually coming to this one. It's very common for Ape not to come to Norman. It's not the best mon at this fight. Like, it can definitely come, but it has like 0 mons, it's especially good at. Good against, I should be saying. Okay, glitch. So this will be Hariyama, boom. Okay, so you have an idea. Both Hariyama and Brulum are expected to die, not likely, just expected. If things start going wrong, I think I just lose. Like I can easily lose aggro. Because it's going to fight against the Chinchino, kinda sucks. It's very poorly designed. And if it doesn't win the 1v1, I'm pretty much done. Okay, this is the Miracle Seed. For Cloister, it's going to be a no paralysis berry. Also, all of these guys that have pretty annoying secondary effects on every single stuff they do. Anti-sleep on Aggron, that's intentional. Muscle Band on Staraptor. Staraptor will be in charge of killing Meloetta. Of course, with a lot of help. And Arcanine already has the Citrus Berry. Yeah, there's a lot of items Arcanine needs in this fight. It actually needs Citrus, it needs Persian, and it needs like every single thing you can give it. Damage boost too. The 1v1 against Pidgeot isn't clean. Well, it never is, to be honest. Even the Hariyama versus Porygon 2 at the beginning that you will see isn't clean. Like nothing's clean in this fight, it's just a mess. So yeah, don't be surprised if the attempt ends here. Okay. Make sure the items are actually correct. Okay, it's anti-freeze for Tribeam. Miracle Seed to kill stuff. Cherry Berry for Body Slam Paralysis. Chesto Berry for Relic Song. Muscle Band to hit the range. Citrus Berry because I just died to 3 Hurricanes if they roll a bit. Like not even to average damage. I need to take 3 of them. Also, this is full of mons I don't want to see dying, like all 4 that aren't expected to die should come out alive. That's the only outcome I'm really happy with. Let's just go in. This is by far the most unfair leader in the whole ROM hack. I'm pretty sure. Like the only one that's a bit close is Tate and Liza, because they have a couple mons that are really good. So yeah, download doesn't raise a special attack, that's really convenient. Starts with the fake out, there's no reason not to. Doesn't deal a lot, but it's 3 damage, guarantees the range. Now, it started with the RNG. It can go for Thunder Wave, like perfectly. And I can start getting paralyzed. Also, that would trigger guts. So that means that when I do hit, I hit harder. Okay, let's try attack. It's really good if it burns. Okay, just nothing happens. That's okay. Am I dead to crit? Never. So it's really good. Now it can go for recover, but it will just end up on the same HP. So let's keep it brick breaking. Okay, try attack. It can paralyze, I guess. It cannot freeze. Okay, nothing happens. That's okay. Now I'm pretty sure I just have to sack here. Okay, let me actually get the mons. This is a bit anticlimactic, I know, but without the mons on my calc, I can't actually play. Okay, so it's this guy here, this guy here, this guy here. Okay, everything's done. So yeah, this Astromeru has huge power. It's too strong. There's really only way to kill it, and that's with Breloom. The problem with Hariyama is it baits kill with like more than one move. Basically with all of them. So when that happens, you just have to take the death. I'm glad this got guts. I got to try the strategy for once. I guess it falls off later, so... Okay, now, because of how the AI works, it's guaranteed to Aqua Jet, I think. Also, I just outspeed and KO if it doesn't. Thanks to the damage from Bullet Punch. So yeah, there's Aqua Jet. Doesn't deal a lot. Of course, it's worse than nothing. I never proc Citrus thanks to this. Okay, so the thing is, it should still be Diggersby, who should only see kill with Body Slam. And here, something happens, something I don't really like, and it is that I leave some rolls of Body Slam, like I leave 3 of them, only 3 of them. If I go to a different one, like for example Cloyster, who has to kill this, I can just die to Earthquake. I am also really susceptible to crits, so I don't really want to go Cloyster, right? But this is Focus Sash, so if you want to one-shot, you have to hit it twice. It has a variety move, so Breloom isn't killing it. The safest play is to sack Breloom, but then I have to sack something else on Meloetta. And that's really bad because I want to preserve every single mon left in my box. Also, the one I'm more willing to sack is Staraptor, but Staraptor is the one that cannot be sacked. So that's definitely a problem. What I can do is try to ball with Cloyster. And keep Breloom alive for later, for the sack. And that works by just never dying like not dying to not getting high rolled or crit by Diggersby. I can get parried because I have the berry for that, so I think I'm just going to go for the play because I don't really want to sack either Cloyster, Aggron, and well, Arcanine I cannot sack, so it's Cloyster or Aggron. Both are really good mons, really useful. They cover cases I will never cover otherwise. So let's see a Body Slam low roll. I mean, that's literally high max roll. Okay, I'm dead to 3 rolls of Earthquake. It's not like I can do anything right now. So just hope I don't die, because if I die, this gets into wipe territory. Survive, please. Okay, it does. My goal. Okay, this is a lot better. I can still lose on later RNG, but at least I'm guaranteeing Bro gets to crit too, with all the hatred. Okay, that's Meloetta. It's guaranteed to Relic Song. What I can do here, and I didn't consider this, is I directly just go Breloom, because it's going to be sacked anyway, and that way Aggron has a better matchup. Like, it doesn't take damage for free. Relic Song doesn't deal that much to it. however. And if I go here, I mean, the good thing about doing that to Agron instead of Relum is that I guarantee a close combat. However, Staraptor is already taking a close combat after the sack, which will lower Maruta's defenses, which is the only thing I need. So I should be going Relum here to have higher HP on Agron. That effectively means the item is useless, but I won't complain. Get a Relic Song. I should be falling asleep. That's a ton of damage. Yeah, it's actually a completely random move. It's never going to be Relic Song though. Okay, this doesn't make me fall asleep. Is it a chance? I'm just going to take advantage and Mach Punch. Why not? Isn't Headbutt. Again, I just don't care about the move it uses. Now here comes the next skill check. As I would like to call them. I have to dodge a crit on Staraptor. If Staraptor gets crit, I have absolutely no idea as to how I'm exiting this fight. Okay, Intimidate. Didn't consider that. Yeah, actually I did. Well, it doesn't matter because I only died to crit. Okay, and now I just click Dual Wing Beat. I just have to leave this. It doesn't crit. Okay. Nice. That never kills if I don't hit it before. Okay, now it's in Geno. This is actually the worst part of the full fight. Agron is really, it walls it, but that doesn't remove the flinch chance from skilling King's Rock. Okay, that's like a decent move. It's one of the lowest rolls. Now it's guaranteed to bullet it until the fight ends. So Iron Head should kill. I just have to avoid flinches 2 times, which is like impossible. Also, if it starts critting, I mean, this is really unlikely to happen, but well. No flinch? Yeah, there's a flinch. Absolutely no counterblade, like there's nothing I can do. And because I don't have citrus, because I couldn't afford to, I'm stuck in this situation where I'm like, okay, I do hit. Now I can't just die to bullet it. That's the problem. But I have one question, and it is, if I do die, I'm pretty sure Arcanine, Extreme Speed Plus, Cloister, Ice Shard kill. So I could win the fight, but with like 5 deaths. So I need this to survive and not flinch. This is sort of a 20% chance or something like that if I've had to calculate really quickly. So yeah, let's just see how Agron dies. Okay, that actually guarantees I die. I mean, it's likely to get 2 crits. I just want to say 1 crit in 5 is like very likely. This is just like, it's laughing at me. Do I even want to continue this run? I guess, because I didn't get that much farther. Okay, who I want to die? That's the question, right? Because I have priority moves on every single mon. I guess if I intimidate, it's better, right? Oh, I think Cloister is more valuable than Staraptor. Like, skilling has to be useful. This has the good, like the upside of... There it goes. This has the upside of Arcanine actually being out by the time Pidgeot comes in. But yeah, I just lost Aggron, like you have to think about that. I lost my only good pivot on like normal type moves. The guy that always waits fighting type moves. Well, let's see if I actually win against Pidgeot, because I can get like turbo unlucky. It's going to click a Hurricane until I die or I kill it. It's always going to hit. The thing is, if it confuses me or crits and I don't hit because of confusion, that's a problem. Okay, immediately confuses. Okay, I get the Rock Slide. Do I think Extreme Speed kills from here? I was going to say, do I have any reason not to click Extreme Speed? And the answer is yeah, I actually prefer getting the kill. I mean, it depends, right? If I don't manage to hit this turn, I can go for Extreme Speed later. Like, I'm never dead to crit here. So why should I? I'm already confused. Okay, there's Citrus. This kinda guarantees I leave another one if it doesn't crit. I could still leave if I hit myself here. Okay, I just hit through. I get to preserve Arcanine though. Arcanine is really good. But yeah, 4 deaths on this one isn't good. That's what happens when you don't have answers for Gensino, which is like every single time unless you have Togedemaru. Like, genuinely give me an actually good answer. That's not Togedemaru, who makes it kill itself. Yeah, but it's really useless unless you get like one of the 3 mons that actually take advantage of it. Like, who can actually get stabbed, I mean. There are more Guts mons, but it's Ursaluna, it's Mega Altaria. That's all, I think. Yeah, this guy is just coming here to explain single thing about Wally. I don't care. Okay, let's say goodbye to some of my mons. Again, I don't really want to continue. Like, I know it's not optimal, but it is close to the farthest any of my runs have been. It will be the 3rd time I get to this point in like 8 attempts, so it isn't that bad, but like that's special, I mean. But I'm really curious to see, like, I have to get some practice on the Wind Strait. Is it Wind Strait? Yeah. On the family that fights you before entering the desert. Because that's a really tough fight too. And on the desert fights as well. Here you can see on the right side of the screen, the Dragapult is from the desert. That's where the farthest attempt ended. Yeah, let's have a look real quick. These are the guys. I lost this guy to bullshit. Like, this should be alive. If I had like decent luck, or if I had considered a really edge case. All of the other deaths I think are... I don't remember how Lumber died, but the others are sort of whatever. Like all of these guys were really likely to die. There are just every single gym fight except Watson until Norman is really unfair. I feel like the next ones actually become decent in difficulty. For some reason, I don't really know why, but they kind of get balanced. But yeah, this one's the worst. So let me update this really quickly. I mean, 11 deaths. It's not that bad, right? Let's call it for today. That's everything. Let's hope I can get further. See ya.